There is so much to say right now about the United Kingdom. Welcome, warriors of light, guardians of truth, and seekers of the Holy Grail. The rise of King Arthur is upon us right now, and the sword of Excalibur is being resurrected, symbolizing Arthur's lineage and the rightful sovereignty of Great Britain. The Lady of the Lake has been calling to our spirit, reigniting our passions for sacred traditions. And the trumpets have been blaring and sounding, and the red heifers have been being prepared for the coming of the third Messiah and building of the new Temple of Solomon. The veils are lifting, and the spirit of Albion is roaring back to life. Arthurian noblemen, Templars, Crusaders, Celts, Druids, Avalonians, Albions, the time has come. The rise of Arthur is right now, and it is shaking the foundations of this world, activating the Albion spine and the ley lines, connecting all the way over to Baltimore, connecting all the way over to Charleston, South Carolina. We are standing at the dawn of a cosmic shift, and the rise of Arthur and Albion is not just a legend. It is the return of the Holy Father and the cosmic Holy Mother and the cosmic Christos consciousness that is manifesting into the sacred planet through the 11D Stargate right now. 11D Stargate, the Vale of Pewsey, Amesbury, Wiltshire, United Kingdom, Stonehenge as the planetary Christ. The current events are no coincidence. They are the clarion call announcing the ascension timeline that has begun, that has shifted and arisen to a higher level, leading us straight to the global disclosure at a rapid rate. And what was hidden in darkness is now being revealed across the United Kingdom. The patriots are rising and uniting against the pain of the Grail, the cultural erasure that is taking place, against the invasion of their homeland. England, Scotland, Ireland, and France. These ancient lands will be the first to activate to the King Arthur timeline. This is the call from the Amethyst Order. The Holy Father is awakening, and the grid is igniting because of this. You may have felt it because it is lit, you guys. This is activated in the Albion light body. An intense struggle rages to reclaim the evolutionary rounds at this time, all the way back to the Albion race seedings to the modern day timelines and holy war world timelines. And it's recovering the planetary crown jewel, the crown in which has fallen from Christed consciousness. The 11th dimensional instruction set that restores the pineal gland for all of humanity, restores the organic ascension time wave in King Arthur's timeline, with King Arthur representing the resurrection of Christ. The guardians have revealed to me at this time that this is the most critical key to understanding the divine purpose of human consciousness evolution and the process of spiritual ascension to become initiated to the higher God characters and truth wisdoms of this earth. The Holy Father's rise of Arthur will be seated within the Albion ley line alongside his divine counterpart. They will awaken the sacred holy marriage, the sacred bridal chamber, and bring the return of the cosmic Trinity. Yet this comes amidst covert genocidal agendas that are occurring right now. The Celtic massacres and Druid sacrifices of centuries to protect that land, of campaigns to erase the Celtic and Druid Grail bloodline, the crusades against the Black Heart virus and regime, the authentic Celtic Essene groups from the original timelines who preserved the Nazarene Essene Christos teachings come with the power of the Diamond Sun Templar locations and solar disk activations that are in the United Kingdom, and the genetic records of Earth's angelic humans. They are on the British Isles, but we have to face this head on. We have to face the truth of this. This isn't just a spiritual rebirth at this time. This is a battle for the soul of Great Britain. And you may feel this in your core at this time, because the freedom of speech over in the UK is suffocating. Police are jailing individuals for speaking truth or pushing back against the corrupted globalist takeover, the corrupted globalist government. Sovereignty is crumbling, and the sacred lands are slipping into the grip of dark and harmful ideologies and globalist agendas being pushed from their very own king, from their very own fallen crown and the United Nations. We have to look at the facts. I've been screaming it from the rooftop. The mayor of London, Birmingham, Leeds, Blackburn, Sheffield, Oxford, Luton, Oldham, Rochdale, all are Islamic. Over 1,800 mosques, 80 Sharia courts, 50 Sharia councils. This isn't integration or multiculturalism. This is infiltration. 4 million Muslims in a nation of 66 million are reshaping Albion's heartbeat. 78% of Muslim women do not work and are supported by the funds of the taxpayers of the UK and are popping out 5 to 8 children to their 1 or 2. This is a soft jihad, a slow and deliberate takeover. And the children of the UK are being forced to learn Islam in their schools. The globalist agenda web is fierce and destructive. And it's not just within these shores of the Atlantic. Keir Starmer is dragging Britain deeper into Ukraine's war. Boots on the ground, planes in the sky. They are chasing a ceasefire that they cannot even secure without American backing. Trump's showdown with Zelensky laid it all very bare and very clear. You may have caught that Oval Office brawl. Zelensky wants protection, not just a mineral deal, and Trump is not playing ball without an earth rare mineral deal. Now, European leaders are dangling billions, eyeing Russian frozen assets, begging Trump to bend. Meanwhile, King Charles bows to the Islamist pressures, preparing Ramadan dates. And for the first time in history, he is celebrating Islamic iftar in the palace itself versus honoring any Christian traditions. I'm telling you guys, it is only a matter of time before King Charles announces his conversion to Islam. And what kind of impact do you think that this is going to have on the British people? Charleston in South Carolina, the city is connected to King Charles. It's Charlestown, where the Patriots coming to the U.S. were trying to escape from King Charles, where they were called the Sons of Liberty. The Sons of Liberty were a secret political organization in American colonies that fought British rule and fought British taxation. They led the American Revolution. They were active in the years leading up to America's true freedom and liberation. We are going to see many fleeing Great Britain in the UK like an exodus. But those who activate to the Arthurian timeline, they're going to be fleeing the persecution of King Charles under an Islamic rule. Hence why the Gridwork in Charleston, South Carolina at this time, you guys, is vital. So much is rerunning the original codes that founded the United States that will reissue the new codes of rebirth to the United Kingdom through the Phoenix Rising. Meanwhile, the UN, Pakistani militias are flooding under mass migration into the United Kingdom. And here's the latest outrage. Americans can now be arrested upon entry into the United Kingdom for social media posts made in America. That's right, you guys. The UK has joined the ranks of the likes of North Korea and Saudi Arabia, refusing to recognize American rights. And If I, as an American, speak my faith, speak my spirituality, speak my God-sovereign freedom, speak any of my beliefs in a way that the UK officials claim it affects their national interest, even from the US soil, you could be detained the moment that you step off a plane in the United Kingdom. The UK does not honor our First Amendment, and they've never upheld freedom of speech for their own people, for the indigenous of their land. So sorry, folks, looks like I'm not going to be visiting the UK anytime soon. But here's the truth that they cannot bury. The reclamation of the Holy Grail is surging through the grids, surging through the timelines, activating in the 11th dimensional Stargate tied to Stonehenge, Ireland's Eye, St. Ives Bay, and activating the United Kingdom grid and the Arthurian bloodline. At these sacred sites of the Vale of Pewsey, Amesbury, Wiltshire, the Irish Sea, Cornwall's Grail Point, are all pulsing with the renewal in the grid network that initiated the emancipation cycles, the emancipation codes of occupation. This is accelerating. This is awakening of and within the Albion, accelerating the diamond solar sun disks in the United Kingdom along the dragon's spine. We must rise and activate these treasures of defender network systems. The pineal cages are cloudy and humanity's crown is shattering. And King Arthur's reseeding will ignite the 70 pink flame in this awakening. This is the final conflict showdown. The globalist and the Islamic takeover crashing against the organic ascension timeline wave. Disclosure is coming, and it starts with the truth of these invasions, these holy wars, and these galactic negative ET timelines. This is a clarion call to all guardians, to all grid workers, and light warriors. Join us for the United Kingdom Freedom Gridwork, March 11th, 2025, 1 p.m. CDT time. Links are going to be down in the description below. We are uniting on a spiritual level, God's sovereign freedom level, to restore the Arthurian blood codes, activate the solar diamond sun disks in the 11th dimensional Stargate, and shield this land from destruction. You can sign up on my website at IndigoAngel222.com under my services tab, or you can sign up at my Patreon, patreon.com/IndigoAngel. We are not just dreamers, you guys, or starseeds. We are warriors of truth and freedom, carrying the sword of truth, carrying the Excalibur, channeling the volcanic might of Mount Etna, tapping into King Arthur's Shambhala Peak, and wielding that sword of truth. Mount Etna, Sicily's fiery titan, stands as more than just a volcano. It's the throne of Arthur, the forge of Excalibur, the chalice of the Holy Grail. Legends whisper that Arthur rests within its slopes, guarded by Morgan Le Fay, awaiting his return. Its caves hide the portals to Shambhala and Agartha, and when its ice melts, the eye of Etna will blaze a cosmic gateway to the divine. This is Avalon's heartbeat. You can feel it. It is coming from the volcanoes and the guardians of the volcanoes. And its flames are fueling the redemption. Great Britain's soul hangs in the balance. But Albion, it is not over. Your countrymen are rising with ascension codes of the sacred tribes of Albion and Éiru. Once divided, now united against this common disgrace and diabolical takeover. The Essenes, the Christos Templars, the true order of Christ, they sacrificed everything to protect these lands, wisdom and freedom. Now it is our turn. Together, through sacred ceremony, sacred prayer, sacred meditation, we'll dismantle the darkness, anchor the light, and reclaim the Grail power. The dark forces do not stand a chance against this rising tide. Join us March 11th. Rise with us now for Albion, for Avalon, for the Holy Grail. I hope to see you there. The time is now, family. Links will be down below in the description. And please consider coming to South Carolina with us, boots on the ground, where we are going to anchor this here in the United States. I love you guys. Stand with us. Clear the grids with us. Rise with us. This reclamation of the Holy Grail, we will not fail. I love you guys.